This is my interview about Kennedy's assassination, and this is my grandma, and she's just going to tell a little bit about herself to start off. So, Grandma, take it away.
Hi. I am Rita Timmerman Crawford. Or maybe that should be reversed, I'm not sure. But anyhow, my maiden name was Timmerman, and Chelsea Crawford is my granddaughter. And I went to public school. I was lived in Strawberry Point, Iowa, on a farm, and I went to public school till the end of second grade. My parents decided that I needed to go to a school where I could get more help because I am legally blind, and I started there. I had to take second grade over again. So I started second grade there, and I graduated in 12th grade. But the name of the school, it was the Iowa Braille and Sight Saving School in Vinton, Iowa. We lived in dorms. We had different buildings that were dormitories. We had a main building, which if you heard on the news last summer when the tornado went through Vinton, the roof came off of the main building. That was the center of the campus. And where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
I was a cheerleader in school. I like sports, and my best subject was homemaking. I like to cook. School wasn't my favorite, but I tried.
Yes. So, tell us a little bit about the environment there, like how the teachers or the live-in,
Okay.
I don't really know what to call them,
Okay.
like the headmasters or like
No?
whatever.
Okay, in the dormitories we had what they called house parents.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
And we were divided up according to age groups and grades. Like the high school from 9th to 12th grade lived in one section of the building, and then maybe up above would be junior high, which was 7th and 8th grade, and then the other side of the building of the dorm would have been I think it was 2nd or 3rd grade to the end of 6th grade. But then they had a separate dorm, what they called the cottage, and that was for the kids that were coming into kindergarten, and I think they stayed over there until the end of 2nd grade, I think. And then as I got in high school, one of the ways that I got to make money was we all had to go to a dining room where we all ate at tables together, family style. And it was very structured. We had our meals at a certain time, breakfast, dinner, and supper, and we had to go to school at a certain time. After we ate, well, let me back up a minute. We would eat breakfast like about, I think 7, and then we had to go back to our dorm, brush our teeth, get ready for school, and school started at 8 o'clock, and we went till 4 o'clock. We had lunch around, I think it was 12 to 1. We got to go back to the dorm after we ate lunch, and when we were in high school, a bunch of us girls would like to sit and watch soap operas for a half hour. That's all the time we had, so we watched our favorite soap opera, which is not on the TV anymore. It was called As the World Turns. And then one of the things that we also got to do when we got to high school, let's see, I'm trying to think, if you had a boyfriend, dating was very different. Obviously, none of us could drive. We were either totally blind or partially. Down to the base. Movies that we could go to, and we got to do that for about, I think it was like an hour. Now we did have what they called a snack bar every Wednesday night. I think it was like 7th grade through 12th grade got to go over to the snack bar on a Wednesday night for about an hour, and then you got to see your boyfriends then. And then they did have dancing they played music and we got to dance. But that was our social time.
So it was a pretty strict environment then.
Very structured.
Very sheltered
structured.
kind of thing.
Yeah, very sheltered and structured, yeah.
Which brings me to my point. I don't know if you recall how old you were when Kennedy was assassinated. If it helps, it was on Friday, November 22nd, 1963. Do you remember anything about how you found out, how old you were, anything like that?
And then I think probably the superintendent of the school probably got up and gave us a speech on what had happened.
Do you remember like exactly what they said over the intercom, how you reacted, how your friends reacted, how any of the living teachers or whatever reacted? Anything significant, like anybody crying or something like that?
It was
Young and fresh, and everybody was really excited. Yep. Do you remember anything about like Kennedy's family or anything like that? Like, yep. Something like that. Do you remember hearing about any of like the controversies or anything that came with it, or something like that? Just like what did they tell you about the
You mean about the
assassination?
assassination?
Yes. Did they hide a lot of it because you were so sheltered in that school? Or
No, I don't think it was hit. It just was back then, those times, things just were different. I mean, I don't know, it just, we just kind of talked amongst ourselves and, we had teachers and stuff that we could ask questions to or, our house parents, but I don't know.
not really a whole lot.
Yeah.
Did you talk to your parents about it? I mean, I know you didn't really talk to them a lot because you were living in that school, but did your parents say anything about it? Like, were they pro-Kennedy and it hurt them really bad, or did they?
My father was not a Democrat, he was a Republican.
Oh, well, that says something about that. Did your mom say anything about it?
No,
or?
I don't really remember either one of them.
So not a whole lot of reaction
No,
out of anybody in your life?
It just wasn't a discussion. I mean,
yeah.
The radio was on and you heard it on the news and we didn't even have TV till I was almost out of school. So
yeah,
the radio was our source of communication.
Not a whole lot of information on that. Yeah, no kidding. Not a whole lot of information released about the assassination.
Well, just on what we heard on the radio is all, that's all I remember. It's just what I heard on the radio, on the news, and
yeah, stuff like that. Well, I know it was a long time ago, so thank you for digging in your mind and finding stuff for me. And thank you very much for your time, Grandma.
And I have a very sweet granddaughter.
Thank you.